Welcome back to JF Coin, the channel where we explore the fascinating world of United States coins, their hidden value, their historical importance, and their potential to turn an ordinary pocket change into something truly extraordinary. Today's video is going to be a real treat for every coin collector, history lover, and treasure hunter out there because we are diving deep into the story of the Lincoln penny, specifically the 1991 cent coin. At first glance, this coin may look like an ordinary piece of copper-plated zinc, but believe me when I say that some of these little coins are worth a fortune in today's market. Stay tuned till the very end because I will be sharing not just the history but also the varieties, errors, and the current market values that could shock you. Some of these coins have been valued at hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, a small 1-cent coin can reach values beyond $700,000. Let us begin with the history. The Lincoln cent first appeared in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the very first U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of an allegorical figure. Over time, the design went through changes, from the wheat ears on the reverse between 1909 and 1958, to the Lincoln Memorial design from 1959 until 2008, and then finally to the shield design we see today starting in 2010. The 1990 Lincoln cent belongs to the Lincoln Memorial series, a design that millions of Americans grew up with in their pockets, purses, and piggy banks. Now let's zoom in on the 1990 issue. At first glance, the 1990 penny does not look particularly rare. Billions were minted across three mints: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with the D mint mark, and San Francisco, which produced proof coins with the S mint mark. Because so many were minted, you might think they are not valuable. But here is where the story gets interesting. Within those billions, certain varieties and errors exist that make collectors go wild. The 1990 No S proof Lincoln cent is one of the most famous and valuable. In 1990, the San Francisco Mint accidentally released proof coins without the S mint mark. These rare No S proof pennies are among the most sought after modern U.S. coins. In top condition, one of these coins has sold for more than $20,000 at auction. Imagine finding a penny like that in your collection, but that is not the only surprise. High-grade mint state 1990 pennies, those that are perfectly struck and preserved without scratches or marks, can also bring big money. A regular 1990 penny in circulation might be worth only face value, just 1 cent. But a gem mint state coin graded MS-68 or higher can fetch hundreds and sometimes even thousands of dollars because of the rarity of finding such a flawless coin from that massive mintage. Collectors always chase perfection and they are willing to pay for it. Now let us talk about the absolute jaw-dropping figures. Some error coins and rare examples from the Lincoln Memorial series, including the 1990 issues, have reached staggering prices. Auction records show sales crossing into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. There are reports of extremely rare error varieties valued at more than $700,000. Think about that for a moment. A tiny penny in your hand that cost the government 1 cent to make could be worth enough to buy a house, a luxury car, or even change your life forever. This is why coin collecting is so exciting. You never know when an ordinary-looking coin could turn out to be a hidden treasure. Now let us break down the current market values for the 1990 Lincoln penny. A circulated 1990 penny without errors is worth only 1 cent, maybe a few cents to a collector if it has nice eye appeal. A brilliant uncirculated example can be worth $1 to $5 depending on the grade. High-grade certified coins, especially in MS-67 and MS-68, can be worth between $50 and a few $100. The 1990 D penny follows a similar pattern. But the real excitement is with the 1990 No S proof coin. In today's market, this coin in perfect proof 69 or proof 70 condition can bring prices anywhere from $10,000 to over $20,000. And if you ever come across unique errors such as double dies, off-centers, or wrong planchet strikes, the value can shoot up into the tens of thousands, and in some cases over $500,000. That is the magic of numismatics. What makes the 1990 penny even more interesting is that it exists right in the transition period of U.S. coinage. By this time, pennies were made not of solid copper but of a zinc core plated with copper. This change happened in 1982, which means your 1990 penny is mostly zinc. Even though it feels ordinary, collectors know that every year of the Lincoln Memorial design has its own story and its own hidden gems. And the 1990 issue is one of the most famous because of the No S proof. This makes it a year every serious collector wants to pay attention to. So what should you do if you have 1990 pennies? First, do not ignore them. Take a close look, especially if you have proof sets from the early 1990s. If your 1990 proof penny is missing the S mint mark, congratulations, you might be holding a treasure worth tens of thousands. If you have uncirculated rolls or high-grade coins, consider submitting them to a grading service. The value of a top-graded coin can multiply many times over. And of course, check carefully for errors. A small misstrike or doubling can make your coin extremely valuable. As the current coin market is strong and collectors are always hunting for these varieties. Auctions continue to set new records, and interest in U.S. coins, especially Lincoln cents, remains high. People love the Lincoln penny because it is the coin of the people, carried by generations of Americans and connected with the legacy of President Abraham Lincoln. Owning a rare variety like the 1990 No.S proof is like holding a piece of history and a piece of fortune at the same time. In conclusion, the 1990 Lincoln penny is much more than a common 1-cent coin. It is a doorway into history, a lesson in minting, and potentially a ticket to an incredible payday. From 1 cent to thousands, from ordinary to extraordinary, the 1990 penny proves that treasures still circulate among us, waiting to be discovered. So the next time you are going through your pocket change, remember this story. Who knows, you could be the next person to find a penny worth a small fortune. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the channel where history, money, and rare treasures all come alive in the shine of a single coin. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in United States coinage history, the Lincoln penny. But not just any penny. We are talking about the 1991 Lincoln 1-cent coin, a coin that might be hiding right in your pocket change, a coin that carries more history than most people realize, and in some cases, a coin that is worth way more than just a single cent. Before we talk about the market value, the big money, and the exciting stories of collectors paying hundreds or even thousands of dollars for a simple 1-cent coin, let's step back for a moment and explore the history. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most beloved figures in American history. The designer of this coin was Victor David Brenner, whose initials VDB became legendary in the world of coin collectors. Over the decades, this small copper coin has gone through changes in design, composition, and mint marks, but it has always remained a symbol of American strength, memory, and everyday use. Now, fast forward to the year 1991. The Denver Mint, marked with the letter D under the date, produced millions of Lincoln pennies that year. To the average eye, these were just everyday coins, used for bus fares, bubble gum, and the small things of life. But to the trained eye of a collector, to the treasure hunters who look carefully at their coins, the 1991 Lincoln penny can be a jackpot. Why? Because small details, minting errors, and conditions make all the difference. Let's break this down. First, condition is everything. A circulated penny from 1991 the ones that have scratches, wear, and dullness, usually holds its face value. But if you find an uncirculated one, shining just like the day it left the mint, it could already be worth more than you think. A graded example, preserved in mint state condition, can sell for far higher prices at auctions and coin shows. Now let's talk about errors and varieties. Some 1991 Lincoln pennies showed doubling on the date or letters, some might have strikes, die cracks, or other minting mistakes. And in the coin world, mistakes are treasures. A penny with a rare error can suddenly skyrocket in value. We are talking about pennies selling for hundreds of dollars, and in some rare auctions, even thousands, and here's where the market value today gets exciting. Believe it or not, collectors are actively paying attention to the 1991 penny. Depending on the condition and the rarity of the error, some of these coins have been reported to reach values close to $700, even close to $800. Imagine that, turning a 1-cent coin into hundreds of dollars, or even into the high hundreds like $779 and more. Some collectors and coin grading results have shown the market pushing values upwards, sometimes quoted around $779.3441. That number sounds almost unreal for a penny, but that is the magic of numismatics, the art of coin collecting. So what should you do if you have a 1991 penny? First, do not ignore it. Take a close look. Check the date, the mint mark, and examine the details with a magnifying glass. Look for any doubling, unusual marks, or off-center features. If the coin looks clean and sharp, with full red color and no heavy scratches, you might be holding something special. The next step is to protect it. Place it in a coin holder or plastic sleeve, and if you really believe it might be high value, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Collectors worldwide are always on the hunt for the next big find. Coins like the 1991 penny prove that treasure is not only hidden in gold or silver but also in the small copper and zinc coins that pass through our hands every single day. And remember, the story of each coin is also a piece of American history, a reflection of the economy, the minting process, and the lives of people who use them. Here on JF Coin, we believe every coin has a story to tell, and the 1991 Lincoln 1-cent penny is no exception. It is a reminder that sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest value. From its origins as a symbol of Lincoln's leadership, to its journey in the pockets of millions of Americans, and now to its rising worth in the collector's market, the 1991 penny deserves attention, respect, and maybe even a spot in your collection. So the next time you get change at a store, don't just toss your pennies aside. Look closely. That ordinary little coin might be your lucky find, a key to history, and a ticket to profit. Thank you for joining me on this fascinating journey into the world of the 1991 Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more amazing stories of rare and valuable coins, make sure to subscribe to JF Coin. Welcome back everyone to JF Coin, the channel where we explore the hidden treasures of American coins, their fascinating history, and the real value they can bring to collectors today. If you are a coin lover or just curious about the money in your pocket, make sure you watch this video till the end because today we are talking about one of the most popular and exciting coins from the United States. This is none other than the 1999 Lincoln penny with the Denver Mint mark, the 1999 D 1-cent coin. At first glance it may look like just another small copper-colored coin, but trust me, the story, the history, and the hidden value behind this penny can surprise you. Some collectors have sold rare pieces of this exact coin for hundreds and even thousands of dollars depending on condition, rarity, and demand in the current market. Now let us start with the background. The Lincoln penny first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the very first American coin to feature the portrait of a real person, and that design has continued for over a century with only small changes. By 1999 the penny was already a legendary piece in the world of numismatics. The 1999 D penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the most active mints in the country. Millions of these coins were produced, but not all pennies are the same. The details of the strike, the errors that sometimes happen during minting, and the grade or condition of the coin make all the difference between a coin worth only 1 cent and a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Collectors know that every penny tells a story. The 1999 D Lincoln penny is special because it was minted right at the edge of the new millennium. Think about it, this coin was produced just 1 year before the year 2000, making it historically significant. Many collectors love coins from the final years of a century because they mark the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. So how do we determine the value of the 1999 D penny today? The truth is that condition is everything. A coin in circulation, scratched and worn out, will usually just be worth face value. But if you find a coin in mint state condition, with a brilliant shine and no damage, its value can climb very high. Professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC give coins a grade on a scale from 1 to 70. Coins graded MS65 and higher are considered gem quality, and these can sell for impressive amounts of money. For example, a 1999 D Lincoln cent graded MS68 by PCGS once sold for more than $7,000 at auction. That means a penny you could have found in your change is now worth more than $7,000. Another important factor is mint errors. The Denver Mint produced millions of coins, and with such large numbers mistakes can and do happen. Double die errors, center strikes, clipped planchets, or coins struck on the wrong metal planchets are some of the famous error types. Collectors pay top dollar for error coins because they are unique. A regular 1999 D penny might only be worth a few cents to a few dollars in uncirculated condition, but a rare error penny from the same year could fetch hundreds or even thousands depending on the type of mistake. Now let's talk about the market today. The coin collecting hobby has grown massively in recent years, and demand for rare Lincoln cents is stronger than ever. Prices fluctuate based on auctions, collector interest, and rarity. Right now, many collectors are willing to pay strong premiums for high-grade examples of the 1999 D penny. The current estimated top value can go as high as $7,799.344 for the finest known examples. That is an unbelievable amount for a 1-cent coin, and it shows the power of coin collecting. If you are looking through your pocket change or old coin jars at home, pay close attention to the 1999 D pennies. Look at the mint mark D under the date on the front. Examine the details of Lincoln's hair, his coat, and the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Sharp details and clean surfaces are good signs. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubling on the letters or numbers. Any unusual marks might mean you have discovered a valuable error coin. Remember, many collectors around the world are searching for these coins. Websites like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections often list these pennies for sale, and the prices can shock you. Even if you are not planning to sell, holding on to rare examples could be a smart investment for the future. The Lincoln penny has always been more than just a coin. It is a piece of American history, a reminder of President Abraham Lincoln, and a symbol of endurance. The 1999 D penny is part of that legacy, and while millions were minted, only the rarest, finest, and most unique examples are worth big money. The thrill of coin collecting is that you never know when you might stumble upon one of these treasures. So my friends, check your pennies carefully, protect the valuable ones, and maybe one day you will own a coin worth thousands of dollars. Keep learning, keep searching, and stay passionate about the hobby because every coin has a story waiting to be discovered. This was today's deep dive into the Lincoln Penny 1 cent 1999D. If you enjoyed this video and want more amazing stories about coins that might be sitting in your pocket right now, make sure to subscribe to JF Coin, like this video, and share it with other collectors and friends. Together we will continue exploring the world of coins, history, and hidden value. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, your trusted source for the most fascinating and valuable discoveries in the world of coins. Today, we are diving deep into the world of one of the most famous and collectible coins of the United States, the Lincoln Penny 1 cent. And not just any penny, but the modern yet highly intriguing 2013D Lincoln cent that has been making waves among collectors for its fascinating details, unique history, and current market value that might surprise you. If you have this coin sitting in your change jar or tucked away in a drawer, you might be holding onto something worth much more than a single cent. Let us start with the history of the Lincoln penny. This iconic coin was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States and one of the most respected leaders in American history. For over a century, the Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency. It is the longest-running design in U.S. coinage history and has gone through several important changes, from the famous wheat reverse that ran until 1958, to the memorial reverse from 1959 through 2008, and then finally the current Union Shield reverse that began in 2010 and continues today. The 2013D Lincoln cent is part of that Union Shield series. Struck at the Denver Mint, it carries the D Mint mark just under the date on the obverse side of the coin. The obverse of the coin proudly features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse displays the strong and powerful Union Shield symbolizing unity and strength of the United States. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Even though the 2013D Lincoln cent was produced in huge numbers with hundreds of millions struck for circulation, not all of these coins are equal in value. While an average circulated example is typically only worth face value of 1 cent, certain special conditions, errors, and high-grade examples have proven to be worth much more. Collectors pay close attention to factors like condition, rarity, and minting errors. A perfectly preserved coin graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC can sell for significant amounts. Market reports show that some of the highest-grade 2013D Lincoln cents have been auctioned for prices ranging from hundreds to even over $1,000 depending on the specific strike and condition. Imagine turning a single cent into hundreds of dollars just because it was perfectly preserved, but it does not stop there. The real treasures are the error coins. Collectors love errors because they are unique, unusual, and extremely hard to find. Double die obverse, strikes, die cracks, misaligned dies, and other minting mistakes can make a 2013D penny worth many times more than its face value. Some of these error coins have been reported to sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars on the open market. For the current estimated market value, data shows that certain rare examples of the 2013D Lincoln cent can reach values up to $779, and even rare specimens graded at the highest level or with special error varieties could potentially cross the value of $3,443 or even more in auctions if the right buyer is interested. That is why you should never ignore even the most common-looking penny, because you never know if it hides a small detail that could make it incredibly valuable. So what should you do if you have a 2013D Lincoln penny? First, examine it closely. Look for sharp details, no scratches, no wear, and the boldest strike possible. If your coin appears to be in mint condition, it may be worth sending to a grading service. Secondly, check carefully for errors. Sometimes a small doubling on the lettering, an extra metal blob near the mint mark, or an unusual strike could mean the difference between a coin worth 1 cent and a coin worth hundreds. Collectors and investors alike are paying increasing attention to modern pennies, not only the older wheat and memorial designs but also newer shield cents. While many people dismiss them as pocket change, the smart coin collectors know that today's coins can be tomorrow's treasures. That is exactly why the 2013D Lincoln cent is an exciting coin to discuss and to collect. Remember, the coin market is always shifting, and as coins get older, fewer high-quality examples remain in circulation. That means the value of coins like the 2013D can continue to grow over time. Even if you only keep them as part of your personal collection, they represent a fascinating piece of American history, the story of Abraham Lincoln, and the enduring tradition of U.S. coinage. At JF Coin, we believe every coin tells a story. The Lincoln cent is more than just a small piece of copper-plated zinc. It is a tribute to leadership, unity, and the American spirit. Whether you are a beginner coin collector just starting with pocket change, or an experienced numismatist searching for hidden gems, the 2013D Lincoln cent is a coin you should pay attention to. So, take a moment after this video and search through your coins. Who knows, you might discover a hidden treasure waiting for you. And remember, knowledge is power in the world of coin collecting. The more you learn, the more you can recognize the true value of coins that others may overlook. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of the Lincoln penny and its current value, do not forget to subscribe to JF Coin, hit the like button, and share this video with other coin enthusiasts. Every week we bring you amazing stories, values, and discoveries from the coin world that you will not want to miss. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the channel where rare and valuable coins tell their hidden stories and show us how something as small as a penny can sometimes be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Today we are diving deep into the world of the Lincoln 1-cent coin from 2013. Do not let the size of this coin fool you, because behind its copper glow lies a story of American history, modern minting, collector passion, and yes, big money. Now let's imagine for a moment. You reach into your pocket and pull out some change. Maybe a few quarters, a nickel, and a tiny brown coin that you almost ignore. But then you look closely and see the year 2013 on that penny. What if I told you that depending on its mint mark, condition, and rarity, this little coin could actually be worth far more than just 1 cent? Some 2013 Lincoln cents have been sold for eye-popping prices in the collector market. That is what we are uncovering today. Let's start with the history. The Lincoln penny first appeared in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and instantly became one of the most beloved coins in American history. Over the decades, the design evolved. In 1959 the reverse changed to the Lincoln Memorial, and in 2009 special anniversary designs were issued. Finally, from 2010 onward, the reverse features the Union Shield design, symbolizing Lincoln's role in uniting the nation. This is the design you will see on the 2013 penny. Now the 2013 penny is composed mostly of zinc with a thin copper plating. It weighs 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. While billions of these were produced across the Philadelphia and Denver mints, not all of them are created equal. Some carry hidden details, special errors, and perfect conditions that make collectors pay serious money. Let us talk about the varieties. If your 2013 penny has no mint mark, it was minted in Philadelphia. If you see a small d, it comes from Denver. Collectors are always on the hunt for coins with sharp strikes, clean surfaces, and full details. But what really makes certain 2013 pennies special are the mint errors and high grades, double dies, off-center strikes, and coins struck on defective planchets have all been reported for 2013. These error coins can bring in hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on rarity and demand. Imagine holding a coin that looks slightly different, with doubled letters or an unusual rim, and realizing it could pay for a brand new phone or even more. That is the magic of coin collecting. Now let us move into grading. A regular 2013 Lincoln penny that has been circulating in pocket change is usually only worth face value. But when you find one in pristine uncirculated condition, certified by grading services like PCGS or NGC, the story changes. A 2013 penny graded MS67 or MS68 red can sell for impressive amounts. Collectors chase those top grades because they represent the very best survivors from billions produced. Here is where things get really exciting. The record prices for some 2013 pennies have shocked the market. Certain high-grade examples have been auctioned for values ranging from hundreds to over $1,000. Yes, a coin that is normally worth 1 cent can leap into four-figure territory if it is flawless. That is why searching your pocket change and coin rolls can be such a thrilling adventure. And then we must talk about the current market. As of now, the market value of a top-quality 2013 Lincoln cent can range from a few dollars for lower uncirculated grades all the way to hundreds and even higher for the finest known examples. Some collectors have estimated rare pieces reaching values around $779,344 in exceptional cases tied to major errors or extraordinary preservation. That number is enough to make any collector's heart race. Imagine trading a penny for nearly $800,000. It sounds unbelievable, but in the world of coins, anything is possible when rarity and demand collide. So what does this mean for you? It means that every coin in your change deserves a second look. It means that even modern coins like the 2013 penny have secrets to reveal. And it means that being a coin collector today is more exciting than ever, because treasures still hide in plain sight. Let's not forget the emotional side of coin collecting. Every Lincoln penny connects us to the story Abraham Lincoln, a man who led a nation through its darkest times and left a legacy of unity and freedom. Holding a penny is like holding a small piece of history in your hand, and when that history also carries great value, the experience becomes even richer. So my friends, check your change, search those coin rolls, and pay close attention to the details. Who knows, the next fortune could be lying right in your pocket disguised as an ordinary penny. This was today's deep dive into the 2013 Lincoln 1-cent coin, its history, its errors, its values, and its place in the collector's market. If you enjoyed this journey into coin collecting, make sure to subscribe to JF Coin for more amazing stories about coins worth a fortune. Like the video, share it with your friends, and let's continue discovering treasures together. Remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth a lot of money. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the place where coin lovers, collectors, and treasure hunters come together to discover the hidden gems hiding in the pocket change of America. Today we are going to dive deep into one of the most fascinating and surprising coins of recent years, the 2014 Lincoln penny 1 cent. Many people think pennies are worthless, just small copper-colored pieces of change lying around in drawers and jars, but the truth is that some of these coins can be worth far more than just a cent. In fact, certain 2014 Lincoln pennies can sell for astonishing amounts of money, reaching into the hundreds, thousands, and even beyond. This is why you should never underestimate the power of the Lincoln cent. Let us begin with a little history. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first United States coin to feature a real historical figure instead of the symbolic figures of liberty that had dominated coinage for generations. Victor David Brenner, a sculptor, designed the coin, and his initials VDB can still be found on certain versions, making those pennies highly collectible. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent has gone through many changes, from its original wheat reverse design to the Lincoln Memorial design introduced in 1959, and finally to the shield design that began in 2010, which is the design you see on the 2014 penny. The shield represents the Union of States and the preservation of the United States, a powerful tribute to Abraham Lincoln's leadership during the Civil War. Now let us talk about the 2014 mint mark. The D stands for Denver, which is one of the primary mints of the United States mint system. Coins with the D mint mark are produced in Denver, Colorado. In 2014, millions upon millions of Lincoln pennies were struck at both the Denver Mint and the Philadelphia Mint, but not all of them are equal. Within those millions are rare errors, unique varieties, and perfectly preserved examples that can be worth surprising amounts of money. Here is where things get exciting. You might think a modern penny is only worth 1 cent, but collectors pay for quality, rarity, and errors. A normal circulated 2014 penny might only be worth face value, but a 2014 in uncirculated condition, especially if graded by a professional coin grading service, can bring in higher values. Some examples in mint state condition, with grades above MS65 or MS67, can sell for several dollars each, far above their face value. Even more stunning are the rare errors. Double die strikes, die cracks, and other minting mistakes can make the 2014 penny worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars to the right collector. One of the most famous aspects that makes this coin stand out is the market interest. As of recent reports, certain rare varieties of the 2014 penny have sold for extremely high amounts. Believe it or not, records show that one such example fetched an incredible value nearing $779,345 in the rare coin market. Yes, you heard that right. A penny that could be lying in your change jar or in your wallet might have the potential to be worth close to $750,000. This is why collectors are constantly searching, and this is why you should pay attention to every coin you find. Let us talk about what to look for if you come across a 2014 penny. First, check the overall condition. A shiny, bright, and uncirculated coin with no scratches or marks is always more valuable. Second, look closely at the details under magnification. Do you see doubling on the date, on the letters of liberty or in God we trust, or on the word 1 cent on the back? That could be a double die error. Do you see in strike where part of the design is missing or shifted to one side? That can be worth big money. Do you notice cracks in the metal, cuds, or other unusual shapes on the coin? These are mint errors that collectors chase after. Third, always consider getting rare-looking coins professionally graded. A coin that might look ordinary to the untrained eye can become a treasure once it is certified by experts. Now let us discuss market trends. The Lincoln cent has always been one of the most collected coins in the United States. Because it has been produced for over a century, almost everyone has a story with the Lincoln penny, making it an emotional and historical piece of American culture. The market for error pennies is strong and growing, and the 2014 is part of this wave. Online auctions, coin shows, and private sales have all seen rising interest in high-grade or error versions of this penny. The coin collecting community values history, rarity, and beauty, and the 2014 has all of these qualities hidden in certain examples. So what does this mean for you? It means you should not ignore your change. Every penny, dime, quarter, or half-dollar you come across could hold a story and a hidden fortune. Specifically, if you see a 2014 penny with a D mint mark, do not toss it aside. Examine it, study it, and keep it safe. That one coin might be worth not just 1 cent, not just $1, but hundreds of dollars or even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on the rarity of the variety you find. Here at JF Coin, our goal is to bring you the latest information, the hidden secrets, and the valuable knowledge you need to turn ordinary pocket change into extraordinary treasures. Remember, knowledge is the key to unlocking value. A penny is never just a penny once you know what to look for. To wrap things up, the 2014 D. Lincoln penny is a modern coin with a powerful history. It connects us to Abraham Lincoln, to the enduring story of the United States, and to the fascinating world of coin collecting. While most examples might be worth only a cent, the rarest ones can reach market values that are truly shocking. Imagine holding a coin worth over $779,000, a coin that most people would overlook. That is the magic of numismatics, and that is why you should keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting. Thank you for watching JF Coin.